Hey guys, Kate here. Welcome back to Planning Collective. Today we're going to talk about seating charts and a huge mistake that many couples unknowingly make. So seating charts have become really popular on Pinterest. I'm sure you've seen a lot there, and on Instagram. They can really help you with your design of your wedding, and they can look beautiful and serve a huge function as well. There are a few things that you're going to need to keep in mind to decide whether or not you want to have a seating chart versus place cards, or maybe a combination of both. Find that information in the link below. That's where we're going to get into details on that. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today, we're talking about one of my biggest pet peeves, probably the thing that irks me the most maybe in all of wedding planning. So you've probably already started looking at some inspirational images for your seating chart, and I would bet that you've probably not noticed what I'm about to mention. Many of these are laid out by table number because it's the most visually pleasing, as you know most of the tables are going to have the average of 8 to 10 guests per table at your reception. But let me tell you why that's a big mistake. Seating charts are often placed right by the reception door, so guests can see as they're coming into the reception. They can look down the list and find out where their table is. If they are done by table number, your guests are going to have to go through every single table line until they find their name, which can take a while, especially if you have a large guest count. It can really create a bottleneck for people coming into the reception and significantly delay the timeline of your reception. Rather than listing the seating chart by table number, I recommend that you list them alphabetically by the guest last names. This is going to allow them to find their names much quicker and not have any significant delays on your timeline. Now, I know it's not as visually pleasing because you're going to have sections that are not perfectly lined up. There's going to be letters that you don't have anyone filling out. Maybe there's no A's, maybe there's no Q's, maybe there's a million M's. I know that would be the case in my situation, but I can promise you that the time that it's going to save is going to be well worth the symmetry that you will be giving up in regards to the seating chart. So one last thing to keep in mind, because as I mentioned, as you're looking through Pinterest and Etsy and Instagram, most of the images that you're going to see are done by table number. And again, that's because they look the best. But that doesn't mean that the designer or person that put that out there can't also do the same exact designer seating chart alphabetical by last name. So before you purchase a template or before you have somebody do your seating chart, just make sure to let them know that you want to have it done alphabetical by last name, and I can almost guarantee they're not going to have a problem with that. So that's our quick tip for today, and a little insight into my biggest pet peeve in regards to wedding planning, at least. For more wedding planning tips, make sure you subscribe here to our channel and follow us over at planningcollective.com to stay up to date. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.